Season. Every divine season has a lesson. In every lesson, character is being built. And those are things we have to live with every existence of our life. For example, if you are a child, you are a minor, we are talking, leave alone the teenager, below the teenager, below the twins or the preteens, below them. What's the work of that child? Eat, drink, washroom, play, be dirty, season. If they skip this season and the lessons that they will learn, it's going to mess them up in the next season. In the next season, in the preteen season or the twin season, that season is unique. There is a lesson. They skip that one. They move to a teen season. That season has its lesson. They skip the teen. They fall now under now the other, either now between the 18 to the youth, there is a season. If you pass the youth, there's another season. For another way to look at it is this way. When you're a teen, there are things you like to do as a teen. You wake up, you have mood swings, you can do this, you can do that, you can, you think, you wake up to do and to put, anything and everything goes in your brain. Emotions take center stage, logic out of the door. But when you become an adult, it's a reverse. Logic takes center stage, emotions are tweaked depending on the situation. If you have never been able to deliver before, for those who have not delivered a child, they may look at the others who have kids and thinking, it has to be painful, or there's CS, or there's natural delivery, or there are issues like people could have fibroids and. But when that moment comes of delivering that child, whether or not they'll have other complications that may come before or through that season, through the painful 9 months after they get their child and look at them, the same woman who said, I want to never see someone. That's why they always say a man should never know what women say in that moment of going to deliver. The same woman is telling their spouse, after a while, after some years or a year or some, I don't know, depending on different couples, I want another kid. And the guy is thinking, the last time we went down this path, the things you said, but she's saying, I want a kid. And I'm not joking. And when the guy thinks he's very smart, if a woman wants a child from you, she will get that child from you. You see, there was a season, there was a pain, if you go through grief, no matter how much money you have, your social status, your network or your net worth, when you go through a grief season, does not matter how many motivational speakers come and motivate you. You're in your season of grief. It's you and this situation. People will tell you, you're just going to get over it. No, I never went. I lost my late sister, that's 2002. It's 2024. That's like 20, whatever years. It's already 21 plus 22 years there. It's still right here in my heart. I never forgot how we lost her because of a conductor, or I don't know how to translate it into another way, who took a car from a driver because he was testing it on a Sunday, drunk, killed my late sister, twin to the one that we have. I still have that memory like it's yesterday. This year, I was involved in a bad accident, January, broke my arm, still doing physiotherapy. I went through a painful season where there was nobody on my end. Everyone is going through a season. This year, if I look at this country, Kenya, what have you seen? We've seen floods. January started with car accidents. So I fell under the January tragedy. January, February, car accidents. March and midweek April, fires. Midweek April, May, mid-June, towards June, the beginning of June, floods. From June to current, we've had Mandamano. We've lost more people every day. And then the bills, and they're thinking, What does August have? Already you are thinking, can we even survive? A parent who saw their kid left the door now has to go look mortuaries, dump sites, and everywhere. They don't know where to go. You cannot go and tell that parent it's just going to be okay. Their view of life is taken. The view of that person who was tortured or left is never the same. The view of someone who survived a flood, they're never the same. The person who survived the fire, there was this, I think it was in Mbakasi, where it blew up. Those who survived the ordeal, they will never be the same. Brazil, the airplane crashed. Those who almost were in that plane, they will never be the same. It doesn't matter where you are or who you are. Every season comes with a lot of weight. And when you're in that season, everything looks impossible. 2020 people in Kenya, for example, people were dying a lot because of domestic violence. And again, men were killed a lot. I didn't know my day was waiting for me July 20th. And I lost. I had a choice. I could have fought back, but I said, if I go down that path, it won't go well. So I lost. Yet I have issues with I have stomach issues. I have different medical issues. But I left everything and I came to a house clean. I had nothing. I ended up within the same year in a podcast and a different story. Don't talk about it. That's that part. Everyone is going through a season. You are finishing high school, you are going to go to campus, and then you're told the fee for campus is, I don't know how much figures. You're thinking, I've not even started already, it's impossible. Everyone is going through a season. In high school, for example, when we used to lose water, when we used to lose water from the tanks, we'd break the taps and be like, so since we don't have water, the teachers must suffer. And that's what we did. We go to the teacher quarters, we remove their taps, literally move the whole thing, like a plumber had to come. And so we all suffer. We used to take something called glue. Okay, not like street glue. Okay, not like office glue. This is high school slang name for something, what do we call it? Okay, normally it's fed to chicken and dogs. Like literally, if you go to the posho mill or a cereal, that's what's called nzenga. So we used to be given nzenga, and if it's not cooked well, that was our porridge and that was our, let's say, our ugali, our staple meal. And if it's not cooked well, it sticks to the teeth. And when you used to take glue, if you didn't have Blue Band, drinking chocolate, and sugar, it was white. My brother, you suffer. You suffer. We used to have lunchtime, what we used to have, a spice, not like something you have to prepare at home and come with. This used to call mkarango. It was a mixture of what? Onion and many other things, many paraphernalias. Whoever had mkarango was the most protected person in high school. I mean, your box had security. I mean, like literally security. Like your box, other boxes will be put next to it. And if anyone passed through that box, it's war, non-negotiable. And if you put that little mkarago, 1 full spoon in your food, sweetness. Another one, what can I recall? We used to have bread. We had a quarter, half, 3/4, then full bread. People would rather fall and bleed, but the quarter never reached the ground. And then we used to have the canteen. When people want to jump into the canteen, you would find people within a canteen. So this is how it used to work. So you have the person with the money, the student with the money, and then you have the other one who's waiting for that money. By the time it reaches to the kiosk person, the shop attendant, by the time it reaches, you steal it from the middle. And then you have this other guy who's waiting for the change when it comes on this end. When it falls, they have money. And then you had another person. So, for example, you used to say in Swahili, hey, mkate quarter, nusu, nini, full. So by the time the shop attendant is giving this bread, between the shop attendant and the person who paid for it, there are few guys in between. So by the time this full bread comes, because there's a lot of commotion, the full will turn into 3/4 or 1/4. Because the other half has been split between 2 people. And we never even know. People tuck it even in their boxers. It was survival. That was a season. If you never had visiting days, you'd come with a spoon. I know I didn't have many visiting days, so you'd come with a spoon. And I didn't like visiting days because, like, so what, man, just send me money. I don't need this. Because you have a spoon. And you walk with a spoon. Not a plate, mind you, a spoon. And when these people get visited, they would come with the dormitories. And you wait for them like, hey, you guy, eh? You know that thing, eh? Spoon, eh? And my friend used to eat. I would be more full than the person who had it. Chicken, we'd eat chicken. But now the toilet would have to suffer for the next 3 days. And punishment, people would have to sort out the suffering. But that was that season. Going to functions, school function, debate. They were the fun ones. Was debate, scouts, music festival, drama festival. In the bus, you have 30 people were to attend. That's on register. But in the bus, you have like, let's say 50. And these other 20 are hidden in between the seats. And then when you arrive to the destination, you have 50 people. So when the principal in school is now doing the roll call, they want to do an emergency roll call. When you guys are coming back, the extra 20, when the bus has stopped near the gate, people just jump off from the window. So when the principal is doing the roll call, everyone is in school. There was a season. There was a season for strikes, where sadly you are shot with real bullets. But there was a season. There is a season for everything you are going through in your life. There is a season for countries. Understand the season, the lesson, pick and go. If you are a student in campus, you are a third year, you are going to be called an attaché. Facts. When you're doing your attachment, let's call that, I think that's the attachment one, because they're getting attached. They will use you. That organization will use you. They will make you run up and down crazy. You know what? Make the best of that moment. Build relationship. Build networks. Ask questions. Learn. Grow. After your 3 months, you're back in that year. Have built. You get your recommendation letter for showing that you went to this institute, workplace, wherever. Then, after you finish your 4th year, so now when you want to go to that job or any other place, you go now as an intern. For that's 3 months, 4 months, learn, build, be friends from the watchman. Just be a good network and build relationships. Because when that time comes, you'll be the one they will call to go to those places. You know, people will say, man, we have this young boy, young girl, let them go for that trip. When you go for those conferences or seminars, build your rapport, build network, give feedback, have something. Then you become the brand they need. When you are out here hustling, build networks, all these social media platforms, use them. There's a season for it because you don't know who's on the other side listening or watching. You may be going through your season of discouragement, and the season of encouragement is behind the other screen. So every season has a lesson. As painful as it may be, it has a lesson. Grab it when you still have the opportunity. Every season has a lesson, and in every lesson a character is built. It could be positive. And always remember, in experiences, life will give you experiences, and there are only 2 things that will happen. The door will be shut or the door will be opened. But one thing will be constant for life is an experiences. If it was shut, it's a bad experience. If it was open, it's a good experience. But the bottom line is you learned something. Where there's a relationship turn toxic, you learn something. Where there's not even toxic, you are in a relationship. You are used to no shaving or MP, you are used to doing things, and then someone tells you, I don't like that, I don't like that, change. Yeah, you have to change. So every season has a lesson. Every lesson has a character being built. So don't be scared of your season. Yes, it may be a season you are alone, but God is with you. So go through that season, learn, pick lessons, build relationships. Because one day, that season will build you up to be someone who everybody wants to be part of. But when in that fire, you are alone. You know why? Everybody is watching. Just like in the time of Job, the sisters, we come to hear about them in Job 42. They were watching. When he survived the season, they all came. Oh, my brother. Oh, my cousin. Oh. But in that season, in that divorce, when you're running away from that abusive relationship, when you're exiting that toxic work employment, you are alone. But once you come out strong, everybody wants to be associated with you. So go through your season, pray, discern. I say it has never and it can never be easy. But once you go through your season, like Joseph, become the governor. Like Mordecai, next to the emperor. You don't know what's coming. So go for it. Don't be scared. Let it come. Deal with it.